Today we're going to cover factoring the square of a binomial, and before we work on factoring, let's talk about how we used the shortcut before. If I want to square 3n minus 7, our shortcut for this situation is we said we square the 3n, and we get 9n squared. We leave a space in the middle, and we square the 7, and we have plus 49. And then our middle term, you remember how to get the middle term? It is this times 2. So negative 21n times 2 is negative 42n. That is what I'd like to call going forward with the shortcut. Today, because we are factoring, you're going to be asked to factor. We need to think I'm going backwards. Since we're going backwards, you're going to be given something like this. You're going to be given something like this trinomial, and we're going to take it back to this form. We're just going backwards. So I'll start with the real easy one. Let's say that we had x squared minus 12x plus 36. So what we want to do is go back to a binomial squared. So all we have to think of is square roots of this and square roots of this. The square root of x squared is x, right? The square root of 36 is 6. And whatever this sign is of the middle term, that's the sign in between. Easy enough. Just going backwards. So there's something we need to do, though. On all of these, we need to check the middle term. And you can do this mentally. After I show you how to do it, you don't have to write this out every time. But we do need to check the middle term to make sure that our answer would match up with the original middle term. So my answer here, x minus 6, the middle term would be negative 6 times x times 2. And so my question to you is, does that match up to this? And it does. This is negative 12x. It does check out. We can put a smiley face on that. It does check out, so we're good. But they don't always check out. All right? I want you to try this problem. So I'm going to write this down. If you're watching this video, pause the video and try this one on your own. All right, you should have had a chance to work on this one now. We set up a binomial squared, and the square root of this is 2c. The square root of this is 3. This is minus, so this is minus. We check our middle term. We can do it mentally, but I'll write it out. 2c times negative 3 times 2 equals negative 12c. So we're good. Let's look at this next problem. Y squared minus 4y plus 16. So I set up my binomial squared. It looks to me like it's going to be y minus 4. But let's check the middle term. If I check the middle term, I have negative 4 times y times 2. What is that? Isn't that negative 8y? Does that match our original one? Nope. So this one won't factor. It's important. All right, let's do one more. I wanted to do one more that had more than one variable in it, just so that you saw one. We don't do it any differently. 25x squared plus 60xy plus 36y squared. So again, there's three terms. Since there's three terms, we're thinking it's the square of a binomial. I set up my parentheses, a binomial squared, and I say, what's the square root of 25x squared? It's 5x. What's the square root of 36y squared? 6y. Since this is a plus, this is a plus, I check my middle term. 5x times 6y times 2 is 60xy. So that checks with this middle term. So this is my answer. And we will stop there for today.